Hello Internet, welcome to another video by Refuzu Learning. In this video, I want to talk about 5 tips for junior software engineers. Tip number 1, write open source code. Invest time building out your GitHub or GitLab profile and showing off your work. This is a great way to collaborate with more experienced engineers around the world that you wouldn't normally get a chance to work with. As you work on more open source projects, you'll begin building out a larger professional network. This is important because it will give you direct connections with many people in the industry that you can learn from and possibly even start a business with, or they'll be just great job references for you in the future. Another reason why working on open source code is important is because it will give you the chance to read other people's code and see how they design solutions. This will help expose you to more optimal implementation ideas that might have taken you much longer to discover on your own. Tip number 2, have side projects. Having a side project shows employers and clients that you're very passionate about your field and you're committed to improving your skills. Generally speaking, those who are more passionate about what they do are typically better at their work than those who are less excited about it. Also, at some point in the future, you might want to start a business, and one of your side projects could be a great way to do that. If you're not interested in starting a software business, then you still could benefit from selling your software or making a paid service and making passive income from it that way. Or maybe you don't care about either of those. Well, in that case, I think you should still start a side project or two because it will give you the freedom to choose anything you want to create and build it as quickly or as slowly as you please. This alone is satisfying enough because 9 times out of 10, you won't have these perks early off in your career. Tip number 3, learn about proper software design. 1 hour of planning will save you 5 hours of rewriting code and fixing bugs. You should always take the time to think about all of the pieces and parts that your project will require. This is a skill that most junior software engineers completely overlook developing until it's too late. Take the time to learn about standards for data flow diagrams and make them a part of your personal projects. Put together simple software specification documents for your personal projects too. This will give you more experience writing these kinds of documents. You will thank yourself in the future when you start working on larger projects. It is incredibly challenging and probably impossible to engineer a quality large software application that works as expected without first writing detailed design and specification documents. Tip number 4, have fun exploring things. As a junior engineer, you should be open to learning about absolutely everything. You have so much to learn at this point in your career, and you should be taking full advantage of every opportunity. Do not become a hyper-focused engineer on a single technology and end up being a one-trick pony. That technology might not even be around 5 to 10 years from now, and when it goes away, you'll no longer be relevant at your job. Diversifying your skills early is a great way to acquire as many tools under your belt as possible so that you'll always have knowledge in at least a few different technologies and frameworks to be able to provide value. Udemy and Udacity are 2 of my favorite websites that provide great educational content that will help you learn new skills in this industry. This industry moves at the speed of light, and keeping up with the latest and greatest practices and tools is very, very important. This is the 5th and final tip of this video. Tip number 5, make time to have a life outside of work. Work out, spend time with friends, have hobbies. Life is about creating new experiences and finding different perspectives. Developing your people skills and finding your own personality is important in general, but it will also help you become relatable to other people. This will help you build a diverse network of individuals with different skill sets that you might need one day. Software engineers often have a stigma of being antisocial nerds that spend all day in a dark room on their computer writing code, but this is no longer the case. It's not the 1980s anymore. Most software engineers today are very social people, and they understand the importance of getting out of their comfort zone and making new experiences. I believe that this helps us think outside of the box and develop even better code. And that's it. Those are my 5 tips for junior software engineers. Please leave a comment below if you agree or disagree with any of these tips, or if you have a tip of your own that you want to leave. Also, if you found any of these tips insightful, please hit like and subscribe to this channel. See ya!